In honor of Chinese New Year, the year of the ox, we're making honey garlic beef on crispy wonton noodles. Ni hao, it's hello in, I believe, Cantonese. Chinese New Year, year of the ox. Do you know what year you are?
Dragon.
You're a dragon?
Yeah.
I think I'm a pig. Or boar, I'm a boar. Do you know what you
I
are?
think I'm the rat.
A rat.
Yes.
Wow, you guys both suck.
I don't think we suck. I think we're both good.
It's just not dragons.
No, we're smaller, not so attractive animals, but we're important animals nonetheless. But here's what today is. Honey garlic beef, super delicious, super fast stir fry once you got a couple components put together. But for me, the big part is we're serving it on crispy noodles, not tossing it with noodles, but making noodles crispy and then serving this on that bed of crispy noodles. I used to go to a Chinese food restaurant in Vancouver from whence I came, and I would always get some kind of stir fry, whatever nonsense, on this bed of crispy noodles. The contrast is amazing. I love the noodles. They're amazing. I'm going to show you how to do it. You'll be very happy by the end of this. And because today is Chinese New Year, you got to get yourself some Chinese food. And do we care if it's super authentic, boys? Or like some orange chicken in a package frozen you put in your microwave and eat?
Whatever, as long as it's good.
Thank you, Chance. Once again, Max.
I
is
didn't
like-
know the answer. I didn't want to be wrong.
I'd never know the answer.
Look, I say this all the time. I think shitty Chinese food, often, for me, is far preferable to okay, like Western food. I just love Chinese food, no matter how it comes. Okay, here's the plan. Slice the beef, marinate the beef, make the little sauce, crisp some noodles, toss everything together, and Bob's your uncle. Or Bob Wang's your uncle. Okay, here we go. And we're starting with a little ribeye. Okay, it happens to be a little Wagyu one. It was on sale, and I think I have a problem. I think when I see Wagyu on sale, I have to buy it. But so now we'll get rid of this little extra fat here, because we don't really want that. You could save this. Now that we have a grinder, we'll be saving these pieces, because there'll be times when we want like a little extra fat, and that is where it's going to come from. So now that this is like this, now you have a decision to make. How thick do you want these pieces? Like, I want them thin, but do I want them this thick, or do I want to go halfers? I think I'm going to go halfers.
Halfers it is.
What do you want? Do you want to see big pieces?
Decently sized chunks.
Okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'm just going to go like this. And cut them thin, though. That's perfect. Okay, I'm glad I didn't half them. Okay, so just get these guys cut, put in a bowl and out of the way. Then we'll move on. And the little ribbons of fat that roll through this, they're our friends. And continue. Right, everybody goes in a bowl. And we add our marinade. And that consists of 3 tablespoons or so of soy, 2 and 3. Next is either Shaoxing Chinese cooking wine. And if you don't have this, and honestly, put your hand up if you do, because pretty certain not many of you have this. I have this because I'm stupid about this stuff. If you don't have it, you could use regular, everyday, cheap-ass dry sherry. No. And now these people are going to feel bad that I showed their name. But this is not an expensive bottle of sherry. And I'm saying for cooking, you don't need to go buy like some 250-year-old thing that some little old lady in a castle on the north coast of Great Britain would sip after dinner. No, just cheap-ass cooking sherry like this, dry, you'll be fine. Not cream sherry. Don't do that. But then once you have whatever one you're using, put a big tablespoon in. Like this. Okay, a little bit more. And then the next thing is about a big tablespoon of minced garlic and minced ginger. Both of these guys go in. Now what happens, boys?
We mix.
We mix with?
Not our hands.
Our hands. Because this is the only way to get that whop sound. Mix everything together well. The pieces of beef are going to want to stick together, so try and separate them so they all get coated a little bit, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Restless, restless. Okay, great. This is done. Put that off to the side, 5-10 minutes. Let me clean my hands and we'll make our sauce. We begin with about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. followed by a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. Could be water if you wanted. Could be vegetable stock. Teaspoon of sesame oil. And please don't overuse sesame oil. It will overtake everything. Couple tablespoons of rice vinegar. Great, now I have to pee. Tablespoon of sriracha. It's like milking a cow. Which, by the way, do you remember me trying to milk a cow in Finland?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't easy.
Oh no, and it wasn't.
No, it's hard. Couple tablespoons of honey. 1, 2, and let's mix this. You notice I didn't say and we mix because there's one more thing to go in, but I wanted this mixed up first. And that is about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch that I think I can do in one like that. And we mix. Now the goal here is to get this incorporated as simply and nicely as you can. Try not to have lumps. So just mix it well. Get it all down the sides. And when you're done, this sits off to the side. Now we cut some vegetables. And here's what we've got. Green onion, green pepper, and yellow onion. So start with the yellow onion and we cut.
Speaking of knife, you know what's a great Valentine's Day present?
Let me guess. A Sam the Cooking Guy 7-inch Nakiri with Grant and Edge knife?
Hell yes.
And my stupid face on the ass of it? That would be a good present. So,
We've seen a lot of boyfriends submitting their packages arrive saying, I got this from the best girlfriend, best wife ever.
oh, I know, I love those ones. Okay, so I think we're gonna go about 1/2 of this onion.
Oh, your finger!
What about it?
You just got so close to cutting it.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about, man?
I saw that too.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Chance. Jesus.
Dude, I'm a freaking professional,
Yeah,
man.
you never cut yourself.
I don't. Okay. The yellow onion sits here. Green onion will look like this. Take that part off. Get rid of these little hairy tops. Get these out of the picture. Now clean these guys up a little bit. Here's what I like to do. So this, when I pull that off, it basically cleans up the whole end of it. And now that's ready for business. So just take care of the other guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can't always do this, but this is like a perfect bunch of these to do it with. This guy. One more. We want to get a couple different uses out of these. So some of these we want just, about 1 inch. Like this. Perfect. These will get flung in while these onions are going in. And this guy, we're just going to cut like this because we want a little bit to put on top, right? We always like a little green on top, especially a little green onion on top. And you slow down when you get near these little nubs because you really don't want to cut yourself at all. Right? This is good. This guy I'll now put over here, out of the way for after. And now the green pepper will look like this. We'll take the sides off. So I think this is the easiest way to do it. Put that guy over there. If you don't want this raised inside little membrane part, you can take that out. I don't think it's that big a deal, but presentation wise it might be nice. Everything will eat the same, so do it, don't do it, it's up to you. And then we're gonna cut these guys into thin pieces this way, but I don't want them quite this long, so then when I'm finished with the side, I'll stack them together and I'll go like that. Put them there and continue. I might leave one of the sides not done because I don't think I need it. I think I'm actually pretty good. Oh, fine. Last one. Okay, now it's noodle time. So here's what I'm using. I'm using what are either considered wonton noodles or egg noodles, and this is how they look. They're fresh, which is really the way to go with this. If you didn't have fresh and you had some other kind of Asian noodle or even like a thin spaghetti, I don't know what that thing's called. What is that thin spaghetti called?
Don't know.
Spaghettini. No idea. You could cook them, drain them, and then toss them with just a tiny little bit of oil to sort of get to the same starting point. But this is what we're going to use. So we're going to take well, why don't I just show you? Because we can start. We begin with avocado oil in sort of a decent amount. The pan's hot. That means the oil is now hot as well. Okay, so get it up here where it's relatively flat. And then take the noodles, and in they go, like this. And I'm gonna spread them out. I put them on the flat because I didn't want all the oil down in one corner. And now this is very hot. Why do I cook with so much heat? But now I can bring it back down here. But I want the noodles to cook as well as get crispy. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken broth. You could use water because I have this, I'll use it. And I'll just let this steam away by itself for about a minute and a half or so. Just like that. Okay, so after about a minute or so, just a tiny bit of oil around the outside. You want to make sure that it's free and not stuck. And then we can flip it. Beautiful. Here's what you want. Crispy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And after a couple of minutes on this back side, it's nice crispy everywhere. Let's start our beef, right? And in our other pan, same drill. We start with some oil. And then we add our peppers, onion, breaking it up as it goes in. And the green onion will go in right near the end. So this we're just cooking until it softens. We won't put the beef in now because we want the beef to get a super great fast sear. And this is too much stuff. So we'll do these, take it out, add the beef, everything goes back, it gets the sauce, and we're there.
Bob's your uncle?
And Uncle Bob Wang is your uncle. The green onion can be dropped in. Let it do its thing. Everything's softening beautifully. It's not there yet. The vegetables now are what we call crisp, tender. So we're going to take them off, put them in here. Now we get the pan hot for the beef. When our pan's hot, again with some oil, not too much. Now with the beef. That's the noise you want. Right there. The garlic smell is right here in my face. We're cooking this quickly. Oh boy. We're separating. Beautiful little thin slices. Cooking nicely. Let them do their thing. You can see this is not going to take long. Separating as I go. And you can see as the moisture starts to come out of the beef, it slows down the cooking a little bit, but we're going to be fine here, folks. And just as the color is leaving the last few pieces, we're going to take our vegetables and add them back in. It'll look like this. Everybody gets warm together. And then our sauce. And that will look like this. And you can see what the cornstarch has done already. It's already started to thicken, and in about 1 minute, this is going to be thick, rich, delicious, gorgeous, and ready for our noodles. Max and Chance, I say where we are right now is where we want to be. Look at that luxuriousness. Let's make this happen. So we start with our crispy noodles. Ah, beautiful. And then this gorgeousness. The beef. Oh my. Look at that. Come on now. It's a little bit of green onion. And we call it a day. And look. Ah, the onions, the green onions, the beef, the gorgeous crispy noodle. Well, let's have a bite of beef with some green onion first, right? And green pepper and the whole perfect thing. The sweet of the honey, the garlic of the garlic, which is a stupid thing to say. But wow, it just comes together like really beautifully. And wait, the crispy noodle. You hear that? So here's what I have to take one bite with some beef and a little green pepper, tiny piece of onion. That's a bite. That right there. Yeah. See? That's why it's so good. It's the beautifully tender of the beef with the crispy of the noodles. Those opposites that are making this just amazing in my mouth.
That's what she said.
That's what he said. In Cantonese, we would say this is ho hei, means delicious, if I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it wrong, it probably means go f***. And I don't mean to say that. You know, there's a lot of words with just a tiny change in pronunciation means something completely different in Cantonese.
It actually means I have a micro penis.
Nobody heard that. That was silly. We say to you, Gung Hei Fat Choi, Happy New Year. You're in it now. Make something for Chinese New Year. At the very least, eat something Chinese for Chinese New Year. See ya.